guys, welcome back to another episode. I'm Taylor.
And I'm Sam.
Just making sure that we're recording because I was like, wait, did I press record? Today is going to be a good episode because we're talking about how to make friends.
Yeah,
this is two girls that didn't have friends.
Yeah, like it may look like we got a lot of friends, but let me tell you right now, it took some time and patience to find a good group of friends.
Yeah.
And we want to spill the tea on how we can basically like tell our stories on how we became friends with all our friends while also telling you the key points of how to make friends.
Right.
Okay, well now that both the animals are
infiltrated by the animals.
Yeah. But yeah, no, this is going to be a good episode. It's honestly the basics. Like you've probably heard this a million times of like people saying to do these things, and we mean it, and it's for real. So before we do that, if you're new here, by the way, hi. We're going to do a weekly catch up because that's what we do before every actual episode topic. The girlies love it. It's like a FaceTime call. So let's get into the weekends.
Yes. Well, I also want to talk about the week.
Yeah, the week too. The week's important.
Yeah, the week is very important. The week is when we grind our little booties off. I've been having such good weeks these days. Very like, I don't know why I'm yawning. This is my second
don't do that.
beverage. Very productive mornings. I've been doing a cold shower every morning like a psychopath, but it makes me feel like so healthy. Like I just feel like all the healthy people do that, so I should do it. And I've been doing that every morning, and I have my little Amazon alarm clock. It works amazing. I've also been making my bed every morning, which is like, if you're a pod listener, like kind of OG, you know I didn't used to do that. Now I make my bed every morning, and I've just been like living that up. I also yesterday cooked salmon for the first time.
Yeah, that's
Big
actually
updates
crazy
in my life. I've never like cooked a raw animal, and it was literally freaking me out.
Yeah, and I told her, I was like, now we have to do tuna, seared tuna. Oh, I love it. And lobster rolls. Oh my God. If we could find like a good lobster, I would love to do lobster rolls.
Yeah, I mean, I'll try anything.
Yes. It's just fun. Like when you change things up like that, I love to cook. So like changing things up and like doing fun meals, like it's exciting to me.
Yeah. It's like fish definitely isn't like my favorite food though.
Yeah.
Like I'm like eating it for like, I know it's like healthy and like high protein and like.
Well, if you don't like it, then.
It's not that I don't like it. It's just not my like.
Preferred.
Favorite.
Yeah.
But I would rather like a bag of like Gardein chicken tenders is better to me than the fish, but like that's crap.
Well, obviously.
Exactly. And it's like I don't, but like some people like like eating like salmon's like, oh my God, so good, my favorite food.
Yeah.
Not me.
No, I mean, yeah.
It's like good enough that I'll eat it. It's
I
also,
fucking hate I like eating chicken, but I don't really like, I don't know.
Yeah, like it's fine. It's just like not my preferred thing that I want to eat. It's just not good. Like not the best. It's also just because it gives me the egg. Like I'm like, okay, this tastes fine, but then it like freaks me out.
Because you're like thinking about it too much.
Yeah, it like gives me the heebie-jeebies and I don't like it. But it was a good week of just kind of like getting my shit done, good workouts. Like I just feel very like healthy and like happy and productive.
Yeah, I feel the same. Like this past week, the weather has been spot on ever since I came back from Tampa, and I've been getting outside so much, and like I just feel so good when I'm outside. So I've decided with Macro, because I've been having issues with him going potty outside. Like we'll go up and podcast. Like if I was up here podcasting middle of the day and I went back downstairs, there would probably be like poop on the ground because he's like fucking the worst. But and also when I say this and I complain about it, like I'm actively trying to fix it. So please don't come into my comments or like into my DMs like telling me what to do. Like I literally hate that more than anything. I understand you guys are coming from a good place trying to help me, but like I got it under control. But I've been going on walks with him like 3 or 4 times a day, like long ones, and they're working. Like he goes potty every single time we're outside. It just sucks because we don't have like a yard, so I can't just like go outside and like sit with him like outside. Like he gets so fucking distracted in that little like courtyard thing. So I'm like, I have to go on a walk with him in order for him to go to the bathroom. So I've been going on a morning walk in the morning, then after the gym, and then one after dinner at night. And it's working. He hasn't pooped inside in a very long time.
Yeah, nice. I haven't been going outside that much. I go outside on the weekends.
It just makes me feel good too.
It
like
definitely
in
does.
the morning, like I don't know what it is, but it like wakes me up so much.
I know what it is.
What is it?
It's literally like it's good for your circadian rhythm, like your internal clock, like sunshine in your eyes, right in the morning.
Great.
Is like the best thing that you can do. I should add that to my morning routine. I used to
your morning routine is like God.
Well, no, because I used to read on my balcony.
Oh, you meant going outside. I thought you meant
going
going on
outside.
a mile walk too. I'm like, damn, girl.
Literally stand on my balcony for like 2 minutes to get like sunlight. Sunlight in your eyes is like the most, like one of the best things you can do in the morning.
Yeah. No, I like it a lot.
I used to read outside, and then it was cold, and then like there was like mosquitoes, and I was like, I'm not trying to get bit by mosquitoes. Like, just to read my book. But yeah, like I would just read on my balcony instead. I'm not gonna like go for a walk because I don't want to do that much cardio either.
And another thing that I've been doing that I've been feeling so like wellnessy girl and so healthy is eating so many greens. I am like overloading on the greens during the week, like Monday to Friday, because I just know like, girl, balance. Like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, like it's probably gonna be like a microwaved meal or like a frozen meal, or I'm eating out. Like I try my best on the weekends, but most of the time my groceries are gone anyway. But during the week, like I am having like salads, and I'm putting like fucking zucchini in my oats. Like I'm sneaking greens in every single corner of like every meal, and it just makes me feel so good.
Yeah, I'm on your wave of like finishing a thing of microgreens every single week just to get that in.
I think there's no benefit. It just feels fucking awesome.
Yeah, like I put greens in my smoothie. Yeah. I just like, it's good to feel healthy. And I think it's important when you noted that it's on the weekends. If you see us eating like either less, like if our meals look shitty, it's because we like need to go grocery shopping.
Yeah.
Like I feel like it's like, oh my God, like you were drinking, so you had that like tiny like Trader Joe's meal. Like I just don't have groceries, ma'am.
Yeah.
I just like
I go to the grocery store on either Sunday or Monday.
Like I don't have like a personal shopper. I just, we get down to the,
and we go to Trader Joe's too.
Trader Joe's is so far.
And it's so far. Like I will go to Trader Joe's middle of the week if I happen to be downtown, but if not, like I'm waiting until next Sunday or Monday when I go to the grocery store.
Yeah, so it's like if my meals look skimpy and bad, it's like I just don't have groceries.
Yeah.
Like if I loaded my lunch up with veggies the whole week, it's like I'm out of that.
Yeah.
Or they went bad, like I don't have it anymore.
Yeah. We do a good job though with our groceries, like literally eating them all by Friday, Saturday.
Fridge clear. What else did I do during the week that I feel like I was gonna say that I was like, oh, I really
we went to the bars on Friday and didn't drink. That was so fun.
On Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday is what I meant.
Yeah, that was fun. I was also going to say that every day I've been getting ready.
Yeah. Feels so great doing that.
Because people always say, like, picture, like, the best version of yourself and what they would do and then live like them. And I've always heard that. I listen to so many podcasts that say it. But now I'm, like, doing it, which is a different step. And I'm, like, getting ready every day and putting on makeup every single day. Even if I'll literally like stay in pajamas, but even if I have makeup on, because then if I make a TikTok, I'm like, oh, I look decent in it.
Yeah.
And I don't look like
and
shit.
Another thing that I switched to, but I switched just like a few months ago, was like my skincare routine. Like I used to do that like after the gym.
I do it in the morning.
Yeah. It's the first thing I do when I wake up now. I splash my face with cold ass fucking water when I first get up, and I do my whole skincare routine, and I also brush my teeth and all that before I do anything. Like
I do my skincare too.
And it feels so much better doing that at that time rather than like, I can't believe we used to do it after the gym.
Well, because I don't want to like take it all off, but then I asked like my esthetician, and it's like if I do it right when I wake up, by the time I go to the gym, it's been like 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
So it's like sunk into your skin. Like I wouldn't put all my skincare on and then immediately walk out the door, because then you're like what is the point? So they're gonna come off, and then I come back, and then I don't want to like put my skincare on again, so I just take micellar water and clean. That's how I clean my face after the gym.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of skincare, oh my God, my skin is doing so much better. Like working with an esthetician is like the best thing I've ever done. Truly, for reals. Like it's so much better right now. And then I'm going to get another facial, and then I'm going to like purge from it or whatever.
Yeah. One thing we stand by with 2023 is like investing into your like yourself, like physically. And we've been doing a lot of
health
that.
And like, I don't know if like hygiene's the right word.
Yeah.
But like
it is
like
though.
Your health and your hygiene.
Because like we did Smile Direct. Like well, I obviously got my boobs on, but that's a little bit different. Yeah, we've gone to the dentist, got our teeth cleaned. Like, we doing it all?
Like, I have a gynecologist appointment on Friday. It's also just scary doctor's appointments, because it's really true. Like, what if something's wrong?
Wait, can I actually share that story now?
Yeah, I mean, that is your business.
I think it's so funny looking back on it.
It is funny, But yeah, that's your business to share.
Yeah, it is my business to share. But it's honestly like this type of stuff should be talked about more often because
it should.
I was embarrassed.
You didn't even tell me.
I know, and I was embarrassed. But like, it's just funny because like why the fuck should I be embarrassed and why should I not talk about it? Because like, there's other people. Like, it's so common, you know.
And then by talking about it, it helps other people be safer.
Yes,
rather
exactly.
than feeling like you can't tell people.
Yeah.
Say it so it
okay, I need to
sense
say it. So basically, guys, I thought I had like something going down in my like vagina area. I had like this little ass blister, and it was right when we got back from Cabo. So like, I'm freaking out, and I'm like, what? And I keep in mind, I haven't really like slept with anyone. I've slept since literally like January 1st. Only 3 people. So I'm like, there's no fucking way. Like, I have like herpes or something. Like, there's no
it's also
fucking
like we
way.
were in a foreign country.
Yeah, that we were in a foreign country.
Like, what if you got like some type of like infection?
Yeah, like an infection. Like, I don't fucking know. So I'm freaking out, but I'm not telling Taylor about this because I'm like,
I did not hear a word about this.
Let's just say, okay, this happened like on a Monday, and by Tuesday it didn't go away, and I was at the lab getting tested. So like, it was a quick turnaround time, and by like Wednesday, like the little like bump on my vagina was gone. But it's just like I was so in my head because I was freaking the fuck out. I've never had like such like a, like it hurt down there. Like it hurt so bad. And I was like, I've never felt like this before. Like, I need to go get tested. I dropped over $200 on every single possible test you could possibly get through like my blood work and urine.
Where'd you go?
It was, yeah, it was like right next to it. It's like it's like part of it here in
Planned
Austin.
Parenthood, like that we passed on 7th?
No, it's on campus. Oh. It's on campus. So I went there and I got tested and I did it all. I did the blood, the urine, and then like within like 12 hours, 24 hours, I got like the results back. Everything was negative. But like the stress I went through for like 48 hours of like thinking I like had like an STD or something or like an infection. Cause like I thought to myself, okay, I was just in Cabo. Like, what if the water or like the toilets or something I sat on was like gross and like I got infected, or the most previous person I hooked up with like passed something on to me. I was like freaking out. And so yeah, that happened. But I just wanted to share that story because like I kind of laugh at it now because I'm like,
yeah, well, it was crazy.
So silly.
She tells me, she's like, I like went to go get tested. I'm like, when? Because I like I know everywhere she goes. I'm like, what do you mean you went to go get tested? When the fuck? And she's like, when I went to Target or like whatever.
No, I went to go get my nails done.
You went to get your nails done. Like, yeah. And I was like, what the hell? Like,
because I was like, I don't know why I was so embarrassed. Because like, what if I... Okay, but like I shouldn't have to feel embarrassed about it. But that's the thing.
If it was something, it really shouldn't be embarrassing because like you're not embarrassed to be like, oh, someone gave me the flu.
Yeah,
like that's not embarrassing.
I know.
You were with someone and they made you sick, and it's like everyone's having sex. It's really not because it's not like you're a dirty person.
No,
like, I feel like it shouldn't be that embarrassing.
It's like what 1 in 5 people.
Yeah,
or like even more than that. I don't know.
I feel like it shouldn't be that embarrassing. No, because then it would be less embarrassing. It's literally like anyone else. Like if you had like strep throat, you'd be like, hey, like I can't kiss you. Like I have strep.
Yeah.
Like, and that's not, you wouldn't be like, oh, ew.
And that's why like I just, ever since that, even though I've never really like slept around, like I'm just like, I'm happy that like I have my sneaky link and he's the only one I'm like hooking up with. Cause like the fear and the stress of that type of stuff is just like, it ain't it.
I've never really been scared of getting STDs, which is like bad.
I never was too until I had that bump on me. I was like,
yeah, so go get tested.
Yeah, go get tested, guys. Well, I mean, don't like out of fear, like
no, out of just go to the doctor.
Yeah,
because it's scary though. I'm like, oh my god, like what if I go to my like. This is my first time getting a pap smear because I missed the one I was supposed to get when I turned 21 because I had COVID when I was supposed to go to my appointment, yada, yada, yada. So this is my first one. And it's like, what if there's something wrong?
Yeah, I mean.
Like, there could be, like.
Yeah, I mean.
Which is scary. There's not.
No.
But, like, that's why I don't like going to the doctor.
I know. I had to go home in June and book that. Guys, unfortunately, my healthcare insurance it's not covered in Texas, which I think is like the rudest thing ever. So every time I need to do any of that type of stuff, I have to go back to Boston.
For real. And you know how much money we just both paid in taxes?
I know.
And I have to pay to go to the doctor?
Yeah. Because like I booked my gyno appointment and they were like, oh, it's going to be it was $250 just for the checkup. Not even including like if I needed to get like lab testing or any of that stuff. Like I could have been walking out of there spending $600. Yeah. The fuck? Literally. So I'm just gonna go home.
So
and do
Dr. Era.
Yeah, Dr. Era Slay.
I mean, this is like I'm gonna do. I guess it'll be every year.
Yeah.
But I'll try to stick with it. I'm just not a doctor girl. But then anyways, after, our productive, amazing, most want to see people on the planet week, we had a real fun weekend.
Yeah, but Thursday was like so fun. And I need to talk about Thursday because I'm sad you left me, but you left me. But guys, we are the fucking queens of going to bars and not drinking. Like, I know it sounds like we drink a lot, but we don't. We really don't. And we go to a bar once a week and don't drink. And it's so much fun. Like, our friends are so much fun, professional fun havers, if you will. And I stayed out my social battery. That's the thing with drinking is like your social battery is so much bigger and longer.
Whereas I was happy to leave
you left at like 9. I stayed until
like 9. It was a little after 9.
Yeah, I stayed until like 10:30. But like I was dancing, having a good time, talking it up with everyone, and I'm like, but then 10:30 came around and everyone around me was hammered, and I was like, okay, I'm not. Y'all are bumping into me. Y'all are spilling drinks. I'm fucking leaving. And so that's the perks of being sober is I can leave whenever I want because I drove my car.
Yeah, which is I'm trying to be better about less FOMO, and it's like. I had like plans, but even if I didn't by 9:30, like I was bored and like ready to leave and like social battery done. And it's like I need to like lean into not being like, oh, FOMO, like, oh, I have to stay. Like even if I didn't, like, you know what I mean? Like, okay, like social battery on 0, like
I mean, if your social battery is on 0, yes, leave, but if it's not, then just stay,
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like if instead of being like, oh, FOMO, like I need to say like, okay, if I like don't like if my social battery's on 0 and like I'd literally rather go home, like I'm just gonna go home. I see y'all tomorrow. Like
literally I'll see you tomorrow.
See y'all tomorrow. Like it's totally fine.
But
trying to like get over like FOMO. But it was fun. Like it's fun to just be out, which is gonna tie into the episode because I want to touch on that. Like saying yes to social things, like even if you don't want to drink. Mm-hmm. Like and being comfortable around people that are drinking because like that is what people do socially, whether you like it or not. So that was fun to go to that, watch the music.
And then Friday rolled around. We had the most productive Friday of our entire lives.
Yeah.
We went to the liquor store. We went to Home Goods, got some candles, got some pet toys from Mac.
Went to Ulta. Cleaned the house.
We've decided
Friday's deep
Friday is deep clean day because there's no better feeling than waking up hungover on the weekend and your entire house is spotless.
And what if your Sneaky Link comes over?
And Sneaky Link come over.
Then they come over and your house is so clean.
Exactly. So we did that before we went out, and then we have like a new group of girls. Well, not like new group of girls. We've always been like friendly with them, but now like I can definitely say like they're my good close girlfriends because we've hung out with them so much this past week. But we invited them on our friend's boat for Saturday, but we were like, oh my God, like you guys need to meet them before we go out. Or before we go on the boat. So on Friday, we invited all our girlfriends to Latchkey. And before that, we obviously went to Lucky Duck. But you guys know the vibes. We went to Lucky Duck. We went to Latchkey. It was a good ass time. It never fails to disappoint.
Never fails.
And
the east side of Austin, Texas.
I did a really good job at leaving early. But you know why I had to leave early? I'm having a good ass time dancing on the tables with my friends, like taking selfies, whatnot. And then my Sneaky Link looks at me and goes, I really have to pee. And I go, okay, then go. And we both look at the line, and the line for the bathroom is so long. And then he looks back at me and goes, should I just pee in that trash barrel over there? I'm like, drunk me's like, do you? Like, I don't care. Like, pop off. Next thing I know, literally pop off king. Next thing I know, he's literally kicked out of the fucking bar.
He literally got kicked out of the bar.
Literally got kicked out of the fucking bar. So then 2 minutes later, because I'm like, where the fuck did he go? I just hear people talking and muffling, like, oh my God, Palm. Oh my God, he just got kicked out of the bar. Like, that's so bad. And then I was like, what? And then 2 seconds later, he's calling one of our guy friends, and the guy friend looks at me and goes, yo, Sam, he's outside. Like, go meet him outside. And I'm like, yeah, he wants me out there. Like, like, I'll go out there. So I run outside the bar, and he's just standing there all pissy, like, I got kicked out. I'm like, that sucks. Like, kind of my fault, but I don't care.
Yeah, the weekend prior, like, me and my Sneaky Link also got kicked out for being drunk.
Really?
Yeah, the guy was like, well, I don't know, like, really what happened. I think he, like, thought he was gonna throw up and was like, you gotta go.
Oh my God.
But, like, we needed to leave anyways. Like, see, queens of getting kicked out.
Yeah, so I got literally, like, kicked out at, I think, I'm looking at my phone, like, to get, like, photo, at literally 11.
Yeah.
That's so early.
It was early. I didn't even know where you went. I had quite an eventful Friday and a very big crazy thing in my like relationship. My boyfriend's sister was here and I met her.
Yeah.
So, like,
milestones.
Yeah, and like that was fine. Like I was like so nervous. I don't know why. But it was fine. It was all good. I looked so cute.
Yeah. It was a good time. And then so I hate sleepovers, but we Ubered back to my Sneaky Links place on Friday. And I was like, I'm sorry. I looked at him. I go, I'm not sleeping here. Like, I need to like do my skincare routine and like take all my makeup off. And you're telling me I have to be back here at this exact apartment by like 12 the next day. I was like, I need to go home. So I Ubered home at like midnight.
It was like 1 a.m. when you got home.
Really?
You got home at like 1.
Because I walk back into the house and Taylor's like in the kitchen. I'm like, Taylor.
Yeah, because I'm laying in bed like ready to pass out kind of, and I get a text like, on my way home, make sure the door's open. This whole time I thought she was in her room. I literally thought you guys came back to our house and were in your room. That's just what I thought. Like, I just thought you were in your room. So you're like, on my way home, like you're like, the door better be unlocked. I'm like, okay. Okay, bitch. Like, boss me around. And then I was like, the door's not locked, because I thought I locked the door for the night and you were in your room. I didn't even think to like check your location. I just assumed you were home. And then I was like, oh, so I had to get up and walk all the way down and unlock the door for you. And then you're like eating.
Oh, bro, I was so fucking hungry.
Yeah, you made spring rolls and you were chowing down.
Yeah, I ate your spring rolls.
Yeah, bitch. And then
I thought they were my spring rolls, and I was so excited. I was like, "Oh my god, my spring rolls!" And then
I was telling you stuff about my life and my feelings and how I'm a simp, and you were like yelling at me.
She's such a simp, guys. It's so funny.
And I told
No, what did you say? What did you say you said to him?
What?
What did you told me you said something to him?
I told you that I said something to him?
Yeah.
What?
You were like, you go, Taylor, I told him I like really like him.
That's not what I did.
Yeah, you did. That's what you said to me.
Is that all you remember me telling you?
What else did you say? Refresh my brain.
I'm not saying it on the podcast. I told him though, because like he know, like literally he's like,
no, fuck, you gotta remind me. Give me a hint. What did you say?
Like kind of like that, but like more than that. I didn't. Well, I'll tell you. I'll tell you after. I'll tell you because I've actually been keeping this from you, and I need to tell you.
Oh God.
But anyways, I am like a big simp. Like I'm literally like obsessed.
I know, and I remember getting so mad at you. I'm like, Taylor, it's too soon.
You were literally like so mad at me. But anyways, I'm like literally like head over heels for this man, and he knows it too. I'm like, I'm such a simp for you, and I literally Snapchatted him a picture of me holding the microphone. I'm like, about a simp for you for an hour on the podcast.
Oh my god, and he's like, gonna listen to this.
He listened to the last.
Oh god, I'm like the worst. I have no
I'm not
fucking
cutting
filter.
Those out.
Okay, fine.
They're too quick. I'm leaving them.
I have just no
get better
filter.
at it. But he listened to the last one. And I'm like, do you hear me like simp for you on the podcast? Like, it was so embarrassing. Like, I'm literally like, oh my god, yay. And then I was like, don't listen so you don't hear me simp for you on this one. And he's like, you act like you don't do it to my face. And I was like, I do. I'm literally like, I'm obsessed with you.
Oh my god, Taylor, stop.
Why?
Such a simp.
I am.
It's okay. I ended up simping on Saturday too.
I'm literally a simp, and it's like, it makes me happy.
Yeah.
He's like, I like it. Don't stop.
Do
like,
you, girl?
And I'm like, no, I will. Like, yeah, no, I won't. I won't stop. Can't stop. Won't stop. But and then Saturday,
we woke up fucking early on Saturday. I was ready to rally though. Like I was hungover, but I was like so excited the fact that we were getting on a boat at like. Well, the pregame was at 12 and the boat was until 3, but I was ready to go. Like, apartment was clean, threw on my clothes. We walked to Starbucks. We went on like a 2-mile walk.
First boat day of the year, baby.
Yeah, we came back, made some lunch, hopped in the car, and went to that pregame. And also, I got to keep in mind, you guys know I'm obsessed with ducks. If you have me on Snapchat, you know I bought like this 8-inch rubber ducky, calling him Peter. Man's like, he's the shit, okay? Peter's the shit.
He's a cool duck.
Yeah, cool duck. So we brought Peter to the pregame, and like, we had ourselves a whole ass day.
It was so fun. Like, it was just such a good time. Like being on a boat, like the energy is always 12 out of 10 on a boat. No one's upset on a boat. First of all, we get to the boat and the boat's pink. All the cushions are pink. The slides are pink. So I was like, is this the best day of my life? We walked up to the marina and there was one pink boat in the front and I was like, I literally out loud was like, I wish we had a pink boat. And then I see them on the boat. I was like, oh, we have a pink boat. I was like, best day ever. Like,
yeah.
I was already excited for the boat with the 2 slides and you're telling me the slides are pink. Like nothing in this world is better than a pink boat.
I don't know why, but when we bought our alcohol, I thought my box of Cutwaters was like a 6-pack. And then when I opened my thing of Cutwaters and realized it was a 12-pack, I knew I was in for a very long day.
Yeah, I was like sober on the boat. I was drinking, but so slowly and not anything too high alcoholic volume that I was sober the whole time. Realistically, I shouldn't have even drank because I didn't even like feel anything off of it. And I was like sipping on warm seltzer for what reason?
And
None.
like, oh my God, did you have a sake, Mom?
I had a sip.
Oh, it was so gross. The very first sip of alcohol I had was a sake bomb.
Yeah, no.
To start my day.
No, that's gross. That's disgusting. And they had like whiskey. Like who goes on a boat and brings sake and whiskey?
Whiskey. And Fireball. Fireball in a fucking shaker cup.
Ew.
Yeah.
Gross. Like how old are we?
I know.
16?
Literally, it was so gross.
It's giving like you went to a party and took whatever you could from like your parents' like liquor cabinet and you ended up with like a random bottle of whiskey and like something you poured into a bottle.
Yeah, so gross.
Like, why didn't you just buy like tequila? Like what the fuck?
Yeah.
So I was like sober, but like the energy was so good.
The Fetty there was like the best vibes ever. I was so annoying. I felt so bad for everyone.
Yeah, I'm like the Fetty was the best time ever on the way there for you. I was on the way there like because everyone was kind of already drunk. Like you were already feeling it. Like everyone was loose and like me and Liv and Palmer in the front seat were like not on that level. Like we were just like, oh boy. Like we were just watching everyone and we're like, oh God, like what a time. And you kept being like, I'm sorry, I'm so annoying.
No, I literally apologized to everyone all day because I just knew like a lot of the people that we were with, like it was mostly the girls. I was like, they've never seen me like this. Like, uh-oh. Like, they're going to think.
Our friends were crazy, too.
Yeah, but I was just like, oh, fuck. Like,
no, you
I'm
weren't
just
actually
being my full-on
annoying.
self.
And, like, you weren't annoying.
And the funny thing is, too, best compliment I've ever received on that Fetty. When I looked at one of our guy friends, Dayton, I go, Dayton, like, I am so sorry. Like, if you guys think I'm annoying, like, tell me to shut up right now. And he goes, no, I love it. Like every friend group needs a Sam Taylor in their life. And my heart like melted. I was like, no fucking way. That's the best compliment ever.
That is such a nice compliment.
I was like, I love that. Like, I hope I bring like smiles to everyone's faces and not like irritating the fuck out of them.
Yeah. Yeah, that's actually really nice.
I know.
feel like the only person, like when you're like, I'm being annoying, I'm like not being annoying. I'm like, I just like live with you. So
Yeah.
Like, shut up.
Yeah. And one thing
Stop
that our friend
screaming
group
on
is
the
really
Fetty.
good at is like compliments. Like we were saying that at the pregame, like
Yeah.
that, like our friend group is full of compliments. Like even if it's small comments, like, oh, I like your shoes. Oh, I like your t-shirt. Oh, I like this. Like everyone is just like passing compliments from one to the next. Like, and that's why I love our friends so much because like it's always positive vibes. Everyone's
It is
always
very
uplifting
positive.
people.
Yeah.
And like more people just need more of that. Like I've never been a part of a friend group so that has such positive vibes all the time.
It's like it makes me feel like they feel like lucky to be my friend. Like,
Yeah.
they like really appreciate being my friend.
Yeah. And like
want you there.
and the boys were even saying they're like boys need more compliments. Like boys are so like not soft nowadays where like a boy won't compliment another boy. And I'm like that breaks my heart. Like I love when I see you guys complimenting each other.
And I like complimenting like oh my God, like I like being like, oh my God, your outfit
Or
is
like
so nice.
when to Danny you were like, Danny, like the shoulders are looking big today. Like have you been working out?
Yeah, like and like Dayton I was like, I can tell you hit shoulders before you came here, like sick.
Yeah.
Like, this nice outfit. I was like, your outfit drips. Like
Yeah.
okay. And like Michael one time I was like, you look jacked, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I just like, like feel yourself.
Yeah, feel yourself. You deserve some compliments.
Like, good. Like nice shirt. I like it.
I love it. I love
Like
compliments.
and I just because I feel like I will also equally though be like, what the fuck shirt are you wearing?
Yeah,
You
no,
know what I mean?
easily,
Like,
100%.
So it's like a little bit of both.
Yeah, like we fuck with you, like in the sense of like we're gonna make fun of you, but also
Like,
I'll throw you a compliment.
Yeah, like if you show up with like an ugly hat, I'll be like, what the fuck is on your head?
Yeah.
But like,
Wait, speaking of hats, Taylor had the worst hat. And the hour is the guys.
it aired out
sitting at the pregame, which was at a pool, like a rooftop pool, like overlooking the city from like far. And Taylor's just sitting there on the couch, and I look at her, I'm like, I have boob sweat. I'm sweating. She goes, you should see my hair right now. And
so
I'm like,
I was committed to the straw hat that flew off on the way back on the pontoon.
You lost it?
It flew. We were driving
I
back
did not know
like
that.
this, and I took my hand off for 1 second, and it went and it flew away. So the hat is on the bottom of Lake Travis.
Damn.
But I know, rest in peace. I'll have to order a new straw
I need to
hat.
get some hats.
But anyways, I was committed to the straw hat. And I was rocking it at the pregame, and it started getting progressively sweatier on the top of my head under the hat, and then I couldn't take it off because it was so sweaty and gross. I was like, well, the hat must stay until I jump in the lake water. The hat can't come off.
I didn't even go in the water.
Yeah, you missed out. It was so fun. And then
It looked cold.
It wasn't. It really wasn't. Yeah, the boys were coming back shivering, and I was scared because they were so cold. And then I went in the water. I'm like, it's literally fine. They're just dramatic. I lift up the top of the hat. Oh my god, like the hair that is underneath I filmed it. We can put it on like the podcast Instagram story.
It's so funny.
The hair underneath was so horrid. But then I because it was like flat against my forehead. But then I like zhuzhed it around with my fingers and took it off on the bus, and it was fine. And I let it air out under there. But it was so bad. But if you put a hat on and it's hot out, you're committing to the hat.
Yeah, you have to.
Like, the hat's a commitment. The hat has to stay on.
Yeah. I was going to wear a hat, but I was like, you know what? Like, I want to wear which I did end up wearing my hair down that night. I was like, I need to try to keep my hair down as long as possible. And the boat, we went from the pregame and it being sweaty as balls to getting on the boat.
It wasn't
and
even hot.
It was chilly because of the wind, and we were going fast on the boat.
But even
and
when the boat was parked, it wasn't even hot.
Yeah. So that was fine. And by the way, guys, our boat that we were on was a double-decker pontoon boat. So the first floor was all seats, but then on the second floor it was this little patio couch thing with slides. So we were just I was kind of hanging on our boat for most of the time, but we tied up with other boats, and then we would hop around, but I didn't really hop around that much.
We were on the next boat quite a bit.
Yeah. Oh my god, guys, the boat next to us, as we're pulling into the little cove, so it's called Devil's Cove, and it's called Devil's Cove now I know for a reason, because everyone gets fucking plastered over there. And so we're pulling up, and there's this boat behind us kind of pulling in at the same time as us, and it's a bunch of guys, and our boat's already a bunch of guys, but
on either side of us is a bunch of guys.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I know our guy friends are pissed.
Yeah, they're pissed. And I even was kind of pissed because I'm I like that in the sense, but honestly, not really when I already have a guy that I want to show my full attention to today. If I was on a boat of all girls, then I'd be hyped, but I'm already with a bunch of guys, so I don't need two sausage fests pulling up with
I
us.
didn't really give a shit. To me, it was more so though, I know a group of guys is probably gonna give me things to laugh at.
Yeah. So one of the guys, his name ends up being Chad, by the way. He's on the other boat, and their boat's 15 feet away from us. He gives us the creepiest little butterfly wave, when you twinkle your fingers, and he's smirking, and I'm all the girls, we all saw it happen. We're ew, gross. Then they tie up with us, and I go over to him. I go, what's your name? And he goes, Chad. I'm oh my god, this is gonna be the best time.
He was wearing a basketball jersey, a backwards hat, Ray-Bans. He looked like the biggest frat bro. And I came over. He's like, I'm Chad. I'm of course your name is Chad.
Yeah.
I go, were you the president of your frat? I was he was really offended.
Yeah.
I was really making fun of him. But I'm you look like a Chad. And his friends were laughing because we were all you look exactly like Chad.
Yeah, they were here for a bachelor party or whatever, and I just had so much fun making fun of him about his name for the whole entire time. I was ah, Chad.
I just really enjoyed bullying him.
No, but he was loving it so much. He kept just being oh fuck off, yo, what the fuck.
I mean, yeah, because you tied up next to the boat and the girls on the boat came over and talked to you.
Yeah,
duh, that's all you wanted. So
exactly, he immediately hopped on our boat. The second we tied up, he came right over.
Yeah, and everyone there was just really enjoying it. People were taking shots out of Sam's tits.
Oh my god, I had a 65-year-old man boob luge off of me.
Yeah, and it's they were can we take shots down your guys' butt? And I was no, but I know who would let you take it out of their boobs. Give me 1 sec. And then I got on Sam, and you're oh yeah, I'm see, I told you I know, girl.
Yeah, and I knew my sneaky link was watching that all happen. I let 3 men in a row boob luge off me. So I was all right, Taylor, like let's go do my sneaky link now. So I'm running over to my sneaky link and I'm like, okay, boob-looge time. And I sat on him and I let him boob-looge off me. But then after that, someone got the idea of like, let's do body shots.
Yeah,
and that
like me and Liv.
yeah.
And,
and so then all of a sudden now I'm doing like the opposite. Like he was drinking off of me and now I'm drinking off of him. Someone poured a fireball shot on his tummy and I'm just licking up
tummy.
I'm just thinking of his hairy tummy. Yeah, he's got a hairy button.
He sounds like a sexy man.
No, like dead ass. Like I was
Happy trail.
Happy trail. I got a happy trail. I was flossing my teeth. I was flossing my teeth in that happy
Came
trail.
up from the body shot. There's like hair stuck to your mouth.
I'm just stuck to his belly button.
Yeah, your earrings like caught in there.
I'm like, wait, hold on 1 second. I'm drowning in the liquor and the fucking happy trail.
Yeah.
Oh God, I hope they don't listen to this. Anyways, at that point, I'm like so drunk, and I look over, and then I had been giving my like alcohol to some of the boys, but then I looked over, and they were like, "Get me another cut water." I'm like, "Oh my God, I have one left." I was like, "This is fucking crazy."
They were small.
Yeah, they were small, but there was 12 of them.
But that's what. Yeah, but I'm saying like they were, and they're 12%.
Yeah,
and they were
12%
little. They were, like,
and small,
tiny little cans.
And I was like, "Oh boy," I was like, I need to drink some water.
So we were like just vibing on the boat.
Yeah.
Really, like having a grand old time. So many pics, so many vids.
So many pictures.
All
I'm
on
so proud of us
Instagram.
for that.
So many pics, so many vids. And then we had to rally.
Yeah, we got back, and I literally got back by like 8 or 9 and got ready within like 30 minutes and
Same.
Ubered over to like one of our girlfriends' house.
Yeah, so we split up because I had plans with my boyfriend and his sister to like hang out with them. And I skipped on the night out. And like, I literally had set like, I like literally fell in love. I was like, this is the best. Like, we went to Whitehorse, which is, if you're in Austin and you want to do something fun and like wear like boots and like do something cute, go there. It's literally, if you've ever been to Disney World and been to the Country Bear Jamboree where it's like the country music and the bears sing, it's giving that. Like it's giving the same energy as that, except it's real bands like playing country music, and it's literally everyone's like two-stepping and dancing. Oh my God, it's so fun. If there was a video, I bet we looked so bad at it, but we felt like we were doing a good job. Like if it was on video, we probably looked like awful. Literally the next day I was like, oh God, I wish there was a video. And he was like, I don't, we probably don't look as good as we like thought we did in our heads. And I was like, you're so right, we probably don't look good at all, because some people were fucking good at it. Like they knew what the fuck they were doing, and I was like, I want to get like them. I was like, we need to practice and we need to get it together, because I want to be like them. These people are so good. Like they really knew what they were doing. But it was so fun.
Yeah. And then I didn't even know where I was going for like the longest time. I guess they were organizing it in the Fetty. Like they bought like concert tickets and everything.
Yes, you were like, get me one. And we're like, we got, like, everyone was like on board with like, how are we going to make sure you get there and get out? Like everyone, like, a ticket was bought, like everything was done. You were just like, get me one, like where we're going. We're like, don't worry about it. I'm like, everyone knows where you're supposed to be. I know where you're supposed to be. Like,
yeah,
you will go to the right place.
So we went to like, what is it called?
I don't know.
Lezazo. This band that plays. This isn't gonna get copyrighted, right?
No.
This song, "Fuck Your Sunshine." We literally listened to this like a million times that day. Such a good song. But this DJ was playing here in Austin, so we went to their concert. It was like $20, but
I don't know this song.
"Fuck Your Sunshine." I don't know why I won't play the lyrics.
Did you learn this on Saturday? Like you learned this on Saturday?
But yeah, no, that song is so good. I've been listening to it every day. And we went to that, and as we're there, our other friends, like Hunter and all them, pulled up too. And I was like, no way, like didn't think you guys were coming. And then another guy that like I have like previously like tried to pursue, he was there. And he started buying me drinks. And then I was like, oh my God, my sneaky link's here. And like, I just feel bad. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, if I give another man attention, I like feel so bad for my sneaky link. And I know I shouldn't.
Right, because like he'd give a girl attention. Over
Exactly. Like I know he'd probably do the same thing, but I'm like, oh my God. Like, so then immediately after he bought me a drink, like that other guy, I went over to my sneaky link and I was like, oh, do you want to go get a drink at the bar? I'm like, I'll buy you a drink. I'm the worst with that. So whatever. Then we were dancing to them, left around like 1-ish, and I slept over his house.
Yeah, we both looked like such trash the next morning.
Yeah.
I can't even put it into words. Like I picked her up I left my boyfriend's house looking awful. Like we both slept on the couch. Like I was truly unwell. I was not okay. And then I was like, oh, do you want me to pick you up right now? Like I'll be passing like that direction. I'll pick you up. And we both looked so fucking unwell.
It was really bad.
Yeah.
I wasn't even like super hungover. I was just like hair, makeup, contacts were still in. And he was like, oh, why don't you take out your contacts? I'm like, bruh, like if I took these out right now, I would not be able to see.
Yeah, like ugly outfit, hair. Like my hair when I wake up and I had like some hairspray in it or something is like literally a rat's nest. Like it was so bad. I'm wearing like a random football shirt and I put my jean shorts back on because I had to wear boots. And I was wearing like sweat shorts. I'm like, I'm not going to wear sweat shorts and boots. I have this t-shirt on and then my literal cowgirl boots and my jean shorts. It was so gross. But then we got our life together.
Yeah. Got our life together and we've had an amazing week.
Amazing.
Yeah. And like you know what I was just thinking about is like I had like a quick conversation with my sneaky link about like, because like I asked him because I was like, I need to get the tea out of him of like if he likes me or not. Right. So like I asked him like really quickly because I was so nervous. I was like,
you did?
Yeah, I thought I told you this.
I don't think so.
Oh, and I was like, do you like me? I was like, 'cause I like you. Like, I think I'm starting to like you. And he was like, yeah, I like you, but like, we're not gonna talk about that. Because he's such like a emotionless. Like he calls himself a dog. He's like, I'm a dog. Dogs don't got emotion. Dogs don't do that. But like, I'm just like, oh fuck, I really like you. So I was like, I asked him. I was like, so I'm like, do you really like me? Because I really like you. And he was like, yeah, I really like you.
Yes.
Please say yes. And he was like, yeah. But then I got too nervous to keep the conversation going, so I immediately like switched the conversation.
I can't really do that either. I mean, I kind of did that too, which I'll tell you about when we finish.
Yeah, because like the thing is like I kept asking all of his friends like on Saturday on the boat. I was like, fuck.
You already said, like, you are literally awful and you've said it, like, twice.
No, I can't. You need to bleep that out. What's
okay.
the time?
The way you just, like, used your tone to wake up.
Did I get the time?
43 minutes.
I'm the worst.
You suck.
Like, I really need to stop doing that. I'm not exposing myself. Anyways. But, yeah. And I figured, like, I just want to take things really slow. Like, what is the point in like me trying to like break my own heart?
Yeah,
exactly. Like
your heart would probably break regardless.
Oh, 120 million %.
It's just like, do you want it to break now or do you want it to break
in like 3 weeks? Yeah,
yeah, like
yeah.
You can just like it's just what time do you want it to?
Yeah,
to break?
like
unless it doesn't.
Maybe it won't. Who knows? We'll
I'm see. Like, I was literally just like having this conversation like last night of how like I'm just like so scared that like it's like damn, like I put myself in another position that I could be like heartbroken again one day and I'd be so sad.
Yeah.
And that's like the price you pay when you like someone.
Yeah, it's crazy because you guys are in the honeymoon phase right now and it's like give it like 3 or 4 months and it's BAM! Something bad could happen. Yeah. Not to scare you, but it's true.
I know. And then I would like literally die.
Yeah.
Be careful. I'm too late for that. Let's get into it before I cry.
Yeah, we don't need to do that. We don't need to cry. And also we don't need to expose ourselves. Because I think my sneaky link be listening to this shit.
I almost pulled a U and said a name, but my boyfriend's like, if you're gonna talk about me, can you talk about me in like the first 10 minutes so I can just listen to it and then like hear it right away.
Exactly. That's what we did.
50 minutes into
the show. That like pretending like you can tell him we did that.
Yeah. What he doesn't know is we put all the tea at the end for the real people that listen.
We
all the way to the
do
end.
the tea in the last like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Anyways, should we get into the episode?
Yeah, I mean, we've only been talking for 45 fucking minutes.
I'm sorry. I just have so much fun talking about my life and sharing it with everyone.
Honestly,
Oversharing.
I mean, I love long podcasts. Like, when I like a podcast, I don't want it to end.
Yeah. And we only do one upload a week. Like, Plan Bria, listen to theirs. They do 2 a week. And I'm like, oh my God, I wish I could do more. But like, it's like, I know that feeling of being the host and like being asked to do more. And I'm like, I can't do it.
Especially talking on a podcast. Because eventually the content, what the fuck are you going to say?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unless you're a podcast that recaps things.
No,
like,
they don't. They literally just
I know,
ramble.
but like more than 2 a week is like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Or if it's your full-time job.
Mm-hmm.
If this podcast was our main source of income,
I would upload every day. Just kidding. That's such a lie.
Yeah.
3 times a week. Twice a week.
Twice a week. I think we could do, if it was like our fucking thing, like in our main source of income, I would do it twice.
Yeah. Anyways,
let's talk about how to make friends. So that way you can talk about your weekends, and your weekends sound just like ours, and you have so many friends to go on ping boats with and
just rage.
Yeah, rage.
So we kind of just like are gonna ramble. This is not in any specific order. I just wrote down a lot of bullet points, but first and foremost, like getting out there like through the internet is like huge for the program when you first move somewhere. So you got like the Facebook groups, Bumble BFF, just like following people that you've like seen maybe once or twice on Instagram.
Friends.
Yeah, that's like how Taylor and I became friends. Like just following people, going into Facebook groups. Like I know Austin has like Hot Girl Walk Facebook groups or like
literally Jenna Palik's like events.
Yeah, like events.
There's so many things.
Facebook groups. So you just like add yourself to them, or like even roommate Facebook groups. Like anything, add yourself to those. Even if you're not going to be like talking in them, like just put yourself in there because you never know where it can bring you. Especially with every single one of these situations.
Yeah, but it's like we literally met on the internet, and it's like if you have another girl like kind of where you live or like wherever, especially if it's like I know everyone has little like fitness pages, like if you do like follow someone, make a friend. That's exactly how we became friends.
Following your local gym's Instagram, like most gyms repost other people's posts. So if you're following your gym's Instagram, you'll see like maybe another girl like get reposted on their Instagram. You're like, oh shit, like she goes here, like she looks like a lot of fun. Like she looks like someone I would get to know.
Mm-hmm.
And then going into this entire episode, when we say things, one of the biggest things to take away is never say no, like to anything, and never be flaky on plans. Because I think that's the biggest thing when it comes to like really starting a friendship with someone. If you ever are like going back and forth with hangouts, like if there's constant bailing or flakiness, like for me at least, I'm gonna give up on trying to make plans with you if you're gonna be flaky and like bailing on me all the time. Like if we're trying to get those initial plans, so be on that person's ass about like, all right, let's do this coffee and like hot girl walk at 9 a.m. on Friday. Like be there. Like I'll have that plan ready to go. Like I'll see you there. And like things like that when you're first initially meeting someone makes like a big difference on like, oh, like, do they really want to be my friend? Or, like, they're really genuinely making the effort to, like, hang out with me.
Yeah, and, like, when you're not saying no to things, like, if you get invited somewhere, like, when you're out, a lot of people, I feel like, throw things around, like, oh, we're going out tomorrow, you should come. And, like, you don't really, like, follow up.
Yeah.
But, like, follow up. Like,
yeah.
Be there. Go. Like, if they, like, invited you, like, because, like, they probably already invited people, like they forgot, like you're not, like realistically, like you're not on their main priority to be there, like their friends are coming, they're doing the whole thing. But if they mentioned it to you, like even in passing, because like you see someone during the day, like maybe you know someone at your gym and they're like, oh, we're going out, are you going out this weekend, like you should come with me, and like they're maybe not gonna hit you up again, but they told you at the gym, like ask them about it.
Yeah, like our like main reason for being friends with all of our friends, like Connor Hunter and all of them and Haley, is because we were at the pool one day and one of them came over to us and was like, hey, we're having a pregame later. And this entire month, Taylor and I weren't drinking. We were doing like almost like basically a sober month, like that month. And we're like, like, I don't really want to, like, fuck that. Like, but then we both look at each other and like,
we're like, what the fuck?
Like, what else are we going to do? Why the fuck shouldn't we? So we were like, and
I didn't even drink at that pregame.
Yeah. Like she didn't even drink. I ended up drinking, but like, we didn't even like want to go out after. We were like, okay, like we can at least go to the pregame. So like, if you're not going to go out and someone invites you to a pregame, at least go to the pregame.
Especially even if you don't drink.
Yeah.
No, like it's
a
pregame.
Yeah, it's people hanging out, listening to music, maybe playing some games, like, or sitting on the couch, sitting at the kitchen counter. Like, go to the pregames. Pregames, if you don't know anyone, like, if you don't have fun, guess what? When they're going to the bars, you can go home.
You can go home. But just say yes to everything. Say yes to, like, even our other group of friends, like, invited us on that boat, and we didn't know anyone that was going on the boat. And that's, like, how we really got, like, closer with them, was after going on that boat.
Yeah.
And it's, like, we could have easily been like, oh, we don't want to go. We don't really know anyone.
Yeah.
It's like, just go on the boat. And boats can be scary because you're, like, trapped on it. But, like, it's going to be fine. Like, if you don't, everyone is there to have a good time. They're inviting you on the boat because they want to talk to you. They want to hang out. It's going to be fun. You can't really have, how bad of a time could you have, like, doing an outdoor, like, fun activity? You really can't. So it's like, go.
Yeah.
Like, going on that boat was a great decision. And we could have easily been like, no, we don't know them. We're going to pass.
And another thing that I started to do during the time when I moved here was, like, being more open-minded to different types of people.
Yes.
Because I was, like, back home in college or back in my hometown, like, I hang out with, like, specific people, like, if that makes sense. Like,
it's just kind of like you're used to always being around the same type of people.
Like the hockey bros and, like, the girls that are into, like, working out. Like, whereas, like, when we first moved here, like, the girls that we hung out with, like, weren't into the gym. The guys that we were hanging out with, like, were into, like, fucking, like, Star Wars, like, different types of things, different types of people. Like, just be open-minded to everyone.
Yeah, being open-minded to everyone is huge, especially after coming out of, like, the clickiness of, like, college and, like, the, like, all of that just nonsense of, like, the, like, top tier sororities. Like, the, like, I feel like everyone, like, kind of lives in that, like, clicky mindset of, like, friends, and it's like that all goes away when you're in, like, the real world, quote unquote, like, the real world. Like, you just got to be open to being friends with everyone and friendly with everyone.
Yeah. And other things you can consider doing too, like, not outside of, like, the internet, is, like, going to, like, workout classes or going to your gym, like, at specific hours during the day, like, and, like, keeping those specific hours during the day when you're seeing, like, familiar faces, like, constantly. And then, like, once you start to, like, see these people, like, every day, like, you're like, oh damn, like, they have the same, like, schedule as me. Like, what if I, like, complimented her shoes one day, and then from there, like, the next time, like, maybe you were like, hey, like, we're always going to the same workout class, would you want to, like, grab a coffee beforehand? Like,
literally,
say, like, if you're just, like, constantly getting yourself out there and, like, doing specific things, it's gonna help you so much. Just be familiar with certain faces, where it gives you the opportunity to, like, not be so afraid to go up to them.
Like, if you go to Barry's, like, every Monday at 8 a.m. and the same girl is in your everyday Monday 8 a.m. Barry's class, 3 classes in, so easy. Like, you start with a hey, because, like, you see her all the time, and it's literally so easy as, like, oh, I'm going here, like, do you want to come?
Yeah. And
like, and it's not weird, like, and I'm, like, I used to be such a shy person, and if you're in college, I'm like, this is very outside of college, because, like I said, in college is very cliquey, and people are judgy and young, and I get it, like, because in college I was like, no, I think people are judging me, and, like, I went to a cliquey, annoying school, but where, like, people are adult people, especially in a city like this where so many people just moved here, no one will think it's weird that you are talking to them and inviting them somewhere. That is not a thing at all. No one's gonna be like, why is this girl, like, asking me if I want to get a coffee? It's just not gonna happen. Yeah. It's literally not gonna happen. They're gonna be like, that's a sweet thing to do. It's just not weird at all. It'd be weirder to be in a same workout class with someone every single day for months and never speak to them.
Yeah.
That's weirder.
I agree. And then going off that, being open-minded into trying new things. So if you're not going to workout classes, start going to workout classes. Yeah, like, if you're not going on, like, hot girl walks, start going on hot girl walks, like, at the park. Like, bring your dog to the park. Like, get yourself out there. Be open to new things.
Especially doing things, like, by yourself, like, going alone to things. Like, I went to dance class, and people, like, will swipe up, like, I'm trying to get my friends to come with me to, like, start going to dance. I'm like, you don't have to wait for your friends to go with you. Like, I don't have friends coming with me to this. No one I know here would come with me to this or knows how to dance. And it's like, I just had to go. And it's like, some things, if you're just very lonely, some things aren't going to make you the best of friends. I haven't made good friends in my dance studio, but it's social interaction. And it's people that when I go to a dance class, it's the same people, more or less. And it's like, I know their face, I know their names. Like,
yeah, it's kind of like the same as having like classmate friends. Like when you were in like high school, like I would get so excited to go to like math class because I had like all my class friends. Yeah. But I would never actually hang out with them outside of school.
Yeah, we don't like hang out. I mean, I probably could. I bet if I asked one of them to like go to lunch, they'd probably come. But like we chit chat. It's social interaction because like if you're just very lonely where you are, going somewhere and just like speaking to people and like knowing people is like healthy for your like soul. So just like being somewhere where everyone can talk and you can meet people is very important. And you gotta be really okay with going alone, because I know a lot of people, the thought of being like, wait, I'm gonna book a workout class or book a dance class or join a sports league like alone, like that's crazy. It's not. Yeah, it's not.
And then also another thing to keep in mind is if you're in an apartment complex, that is like the most advantage you could have. Apartment complex. Like for Taylor and I, we live in a townhome in a neighborhood full of children and like moms and dads. We don't have that luxury of being able to walk down the hall or going to our pool and meeting people. So if you have an apartment complex, go to the pool, go to the apartment gym, like hang around your apartment complex and you will make friends. Like our friends apartment complex, everyone's friends with everyone.
Yeah, everyone's friends with everyone. Be friendly if you see someone moving in. Like throw a hello. Just be fucking nice to people. Invite people that you see to your pre-games to hang out. And especially the basic things that everyone does, like when The Bachelor's on and there's a girl moving in. Hey, me and my friends watch The Bachelor every Monday. You should come. Like shit like that. That's like everyone does that and thinks it's like a normal thing. Like invite someone. Like it's so easy. So easy to do random stuff like that because they already live in your building. Yeah. So it's like, oh my God, come over and like watch The Bachelor. Okay. They're down the hall.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's also just like making conversation when you see someone, like if they have a dog, like talk to them, like ask them if they just moved in, like just be like,
yeah, that's kind of going off of like this bullet point of like smart small talk. Simple conversations can go such a long way. Yeah. Like if you like, no matter where you are, like you could be at the gym, you could be like, oh, I really like your sneakers. And then like engaging in that conversation, like you never know where like the little small talk that you have will take you.
Yeah, one of our old friends that like we're not really friends with anymore, but the reason we started talking to her because she was wearing a UF hat literally on the lake, and I was just like, oh my God, you went to UF? So did I. Or like, or maybe I didn't know she went there, so I just pointed out. I was like, oh, did you go to UF? Like I went there, and then it was just like, oh my God, yeah, I did, and like so did he, and it's like, oh my God, cool.
And then within 5 minutes we exchanged contacts. And it
was like, oh, we're going out tonight. Are you going out tonight? And boom. Yeah. Easy. Like shit like that really, really goes a long way. Other good examples, it's like it's like Riz, but like friend Riz. Yeah. It's like if there's someone at the gym that you saw out and then it's like, oh my God, like did I see, like were you at like so like this place the other night? Like, oh, do you? And then they might be like, oh yeah, like do you know so and so? And then it's like, oh my God, you were just out and like you saw them out and like you go to the gym. Yeah. Boom.
And then I also put, because like I think this is really important to like also remember, because Taylor and I have been living in Austin for 2 years. Well, next month for me will be 2 years, which is crazy. But there's gonna be so much trial and error with friendships. Like don't expect like the first like group of friends you make when you move to a new city to be like your friends forever. Like you're gonna have like surface level friends until you really start to find like those friends that are going to be your deep level rooted friends. And that's like something that we had to experience in order to find our friends now that we are like they're like my fucking siblings. I feel like we're like all so close. Like it's gonna happen. You're gonna have trial and error. You're gonna have people that are gonna be like close with you for maybe like 2 to 3 weeks, but then like it falls out. And you maybe move on to like the same type of situation where it's again a new level of surface level people, but then you maybe develop like a deeper friendship with those people.
Yeah. It's also like just understand it's like not that serious. Like I feel like making friends isn't as serious of a thing as people make it. I see a lot of TikToks where people are like shitting on like making friends at bars, which I'm not saying it's the only way to make friends. You can do so many other things. This is just something I see online a lot. Is people being like, I'm tired of these like meaningless relationships or like these like just saying how like if you meet someone out partying, they're not your real friends. And I think people like stress about that way too much. It's like they just want girls to like do like, you know, the stuff we do together with, which you can find, but there's nothing wrong with meeting people out. Just because you met someone out doesn't mean it's like a surface level nothing relationship, and like you can do other things with them. But meeting people out, same way people are like, you won't find your husband at a bar. Like, why? Like this, you mean I won't find someone where every single person my age comes to socialize? I probably will. Yeah. Like it's quite literally a room full of people trying to socialize with each other.
Yeah. And like another thing to keep in mind too is like at our age, people are so busy. Like most people have like, a lot of our friends have like overnight shifts. And then other friends have like the 9 to 5. So it's like, and then all of our schedules don't align.
One of our friends works Saturday, Sunday. Like it's
like
hard.
if you're only going to see those friends on the weekends when you're drinking, like that's totally okay. Like people are busy. Maybe that's the only time you can see them. They can't happen to go get coffee with you. They can't happen to go get dinner with you during the week. And if they're only going to be able to see you when you guys are going out, like it's not necessarily surface level, because I wouldn't say our friendship with Haley's surface level.
No, but like, it's like,
but we only ever now see her.
She can't come over and like go on walks with us midday. She's busy.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's just not going to work like that. And I think people just put so much pressure on like, those are like the meaningless relationships. They're not all meaningless relationships. Yeah. And you do not need to drink alcohol to make friends. But I would argue that going out into those social scenes is beneficial for making friends. Like, even if you don't drink, I do think it's beneficial for making friends.
I agree.
Because then so-and-so's friends show up and you meet all of them. It is literally just a bunch of people.
It's like networking.
It literally. And you literally don't have to drink to do it. You don't have to stay late to do it. But like it's being around people, trying to hang out and have fun is quite a way to make friends.
Yeah. And I kind of want to finish off, because this is pretty much like everything. I just want to finish off like examples of things that like cities have to offer that you can do in order to like socialize, make friends. And these are all from our experience and like ways that we've met people. And from these things, make group chats. If you're only talking in those group chats once a month, twice a month, whatever, like as long as you have those group chats, like it's good to have, because you can text in them and be like, hey, like I'm hosting this weekend, like if any of you want to come through, like come through.
Also with making friends through like specific things like this, our friendships were very natural, but it's good to just know people, because it's such good conversation of like, oh, you know so and so, like I know her from this thing. Even if she's not like your greatest friend, like that's like a commonality. You have a mutual friend, easy conversation. So it's just like good to know people. Same thing with like Hinge. Like, oh my god, I know him. We matched on Hinge. Like just having like mutual connections with people. Yeah. Even if the people you meet at these things aren't your best friends.
Yeah. So starting off, I am wine tasting. This is like one of the first things that we did with like a big ass group of girls. Like a girl that knew of us from social media invited us to a wine tasting, and there was like 15 girls there. Yeah. And we were just all hanging out for like 2 to 3 hours. We all ended up vibing and then went out after. And now we have a group chat with all those girls. So like if there's ever something that they're doing, whether it's a birthday party or a dinner reservation, like they text in it. And like if we're around, like we can go.
Yeah, they came to our pool party.
Like. Yeah, they came to our pool party. Like, yes, those are surface level friends, but it's like it's still good to see like
to know people,
you know? But and then like boats are huge here in Austin. We got 2 different lakes. We got Lake Austin, Lake Travis. You can go on party barge boats, you can go on wake surfing boats, you can go on pontoon boats. And like getting invited on boats, or even you renting a boat and then you inviting a bunch of random people, if you don't know really the people that are coming on the boat, that's how you make friends. Believe it or not.
Tell your friends to bring people.
Yeah. And coworkers, friends of friends, like bring people, like who cares? Birthday parties are obviously huge too. There is a birthday party every fucking weekend that I hear of like, oh, I'm going to so-and-so's birthday party. Oh, so-and-so has a pregame for their birthday. Like if you are invited, just because you don't know them, doesn't matter. Go to the birthday party pregame party thing. Like I don't think the person's going to care that you're there.
Moral of the story is always go to the pregame.
Yeah. Yeah. And then the next is like Ladybird / like Zilker Park. There's always things going on at the park outside or like on the water. Like Ladybird paddleboarding, Taylor and I literally used to go out there by ourselves and just start talking to strangers.
Not anymore because serial killers.
Yeah. But we literally used to.
Don't get serial killed.
But that's how we started to become friends with our guy friends that we were hanging out with this past weekend. From Lady Bird paddleboarding.
It's kind of like being where everyone is. Where does everyone go when it's hot out? On the lake. Like, the weather's nice. Everyone's fucking outside. Go outside. Why are you in your house? Be out in the park. There's so many different ways that you can maybe make a friend. Like, everyone's walking their dogs in the park. Like, there's dogs around. There's people around. Like, oh my God, there's just so much going on. We go to the park and play spike ball with our friends. And it's like, the way, like, if you barely know someone, like, you can, like, literally probably, like, ask them to fucking play with them. And literally become their friend. Like, if someone's playing a volleyball game, you can be like, oh, can I join in? Like, everyone is there to just, like, have a good time. No one's out in those scenarios because they don't
want to socialize.
Because they don't want to socialize or talk to people. They're out there because they want to talk. And everyone goes on the lake, and chat it up with random people. It's fun. Don't chit chat it up with the serial killer, but like anyone else. Yeah.
Next is going to be your local bars for sport games. This is an easy one to do if you don't want to drink. You can still go to your local bar and watch games. Taylor and I go to the bars to watch sports and never drink at them. Never.
Sports is
We get Diet Cokes. We sit around with our friends. We interact with people, like seeing familiar faces, whatever, small talk. Like, it's just good to be out and about and like watching sports at bars and like also like not necessarily finding girlfriends, but like there's hot boys at the sport bar events.
And it's like, this is another example of like knowing like, okay, there's a football game on Sunday. Where will everyone be? Watching it. That's where everyone is going to be, watching sports. And then it's like, you like the same team as someone else. Oh my God, you like them? Like, where are you from? Oh my God, shit, you're literally from the same city. Like, blah, blah. Easy. Boom. Like, quick. It happens so fast.
Yeah.
With literally just being like, oh my God, holy shit, like, Dolphins jersey? Are you from Miami? Stick me too. Boom. Easy. Done. And then it's like, again, is that person your best friend right then and there? No. Now, if you see them again, will you say hello because you had a conversation about being from Miami? Yeah. And then now that's just someone you know.
Yeah. And then the last one is the same thing going off sports, is joining sports leagues.
Yeah.
We don't really do this.
I don't play sports. All of my boyfriend's friends, not all of them, so many of them, like, he plays kickball. So does my old roommate from college. She plays on a kickball team too. I guess kickball's really like big here. Yeah. But anyways, like, so many of his friends are from his kickball team, and they're really cool people. Yeah. And they all play kickball together, and it's like,
or going to watch like sport games. Like, we would go to our guy friends' flag football games.
It's like the other girlfriends are there.
Yeah.
Not that we're their girlfriends, but that's who was there, like the girlfriends of the people.
So it's just important to get yourself out there if you can't tell. You can't be living in a fucking under a rock and complaining that you don't have friends, because you're putting yourself in that position.
Yeah, and once you know one person, like, if you're out all alone, it's hard. But like, all we had is each other, and that's all you need. You have one person to latch onto, and you're good. Mm-hmm. You're ready to go. Yeah, that's all you need is one extra person.
And one thing I will say right now, the best compliment that Taylor and I always get is we're always down.
Always.
Like, any of our friends will always look at us and be like, I love it. You two are always down.
Always.
We're always fucking down for a good time, whether it's...
Unless it's like past 9 p.m.
Yeah. But like, we're always there. Like, we're not flaky on plans whatsoever. And we just like to have a good time. So we want you guys to have a good time too.
Yeah. And there's so many things, especially if you live in like a new city like this, like a bumpin' young city. There is so much shit to do and so many people that are so easy to make friends with. Like, literally, we were out and Hunter made friends with the people in line for the bathroom.
Yeah.
And hung out with them like the whole night. I thought it was like his long-term friend.
Yeah, like, I thought it was his coworkers.
Line in the bathroom. And I'm like, oh, what? Like, I thought you knew this guy, like, for real. But okay, you just met him in line. Pop off. Pop off. Like, okay. And that's the amazing thing about cities like this. And, like,
I know.
Post-grad people. Because it's truly, like, even people like us, like, we might seem like, oh, they already have friends. Like, we're always, like, ready, like, down to make friends. Mm-hmm. We're always trying to meet people and make friends.
People are always being added to, like, our circle. Mm-hmm. So,
and it's like trying to have friends everywhere too. Like, even like there's friends, like, love the people that work at Lyft. Like, we don't hang out with them outside of the gym, but like being friendly and talkative with people everywhere, and not just being like mute.
Exactly.
Because there's probably people in the gym that like the workers there probably don't even like know their name.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, how? You're there every single day. You're there every single day for like 2 hours a day, always. And you don't know anyone here. You don't know anyone in here's name. You don't talk to them. Just like little things, which I didn't used to do. Like I'm not the greatest. Even though, guys, crazy news, I made a TikTok about this. I used to be one shy ass bitch, okay? Everyone would like this if they meet me. Oh my God, she's nice, but she's so quiet. She's nice, but she doesn't talk. I asked my boyfriend, I'm like, so what'd your sister say about me? She said, she really liked you. She said you were really outgoing and like confident. Bitch, the fuck? I was like, she said I was outgoing. No way. I've never been called that in my life. I can't even put it into words. I'm like, no way. That's the, like, I've literally never been told that in my life. And because I literally used to be like, oh my God, she's so quiet. Like, why doesn't she talk? Craziness.
She's changed. Taylor's changed a lot in the last few months. I'm really proud of you for that.
Thanks.
It's crazy. Like the first
growing up, like
literally
you met me when I was like a little youngin'.
Yeah, but it's like the day I met you, it was like hard to get conversations out of you on the beach.
Like you met me, and okay, well the day I met you, I literally had a full blown meltdown and panic attack because I was like, I literally can't make friends, and like she's literally gonna hate me, and like I'm so quiet, and like I literally
nope, it did the opposite. You never left my side.
I was like, I haven't made a friend in like 2 years, and like this is gonna go horribly. I literally had a meltdown.
Mm-hmm.
I literally had a meltdown. But yeah, you met me like before I could even legally drink. Like I was a youngin'.
Baby.
I was all
That's
little
so crazy.
and shit.
But yeah, hopefully you guys can take our advice and run with it. Hopefully, no, honestly, I just hope this gives you motivation to be more active because I'm sure all of you have like great, amazing personalities and can like make friends easily, but it's just more the nature of like getting out there and doing it. Because I bet you a lot of you are complaining that you don't have friends, but then what are you doing what are you doing during the week? No offense. Like,
I mean, that was me in college.
No, yeah. Like, come on. Get out there.
That was me in college. And I know it's really, really, really hard because I've been there and like I get it. I truly do.